Hey guys, and welcome to an updated K-pop collection tour. This video is not going to look like this. I am standing in front of my BTS collection and there is no light bulb here. I took it out and didn't replace it, so that's my fault. But I'll just quickly show you this and then I'll show you my main room, which is where I keep the majority of the K-pop, and I promise you there is lots of light there. But just to give you a quick overview, so this is where I keep my BTS collection. It's always kind of in this unit, but normally I'm very sorry for my squeaky stairs as well. But yeah, so this is where I keep all this. It's always in this unit, but I just can't fit this unit in my. Oh, I'll do that. You can't really see properly. That's a load of Japanese stuff, and I keep it kind of in era order. Older photo books and stuff like this. This Wings concept book will forever be like my absolute favourite thing in the world. And then some DVDs and stuff like that. Yeah, so I've been in ARMY since their debut, so I have a lot of their older stuff. I don't really buy the stuff, but you can see that I've got a lot of their older Japanese jewel cases and stuff. I have like their very first Japanese tour on DVD and just random stuff like that. So yes, there is a more of an in-depth BTS collection on my channel somewhere, I'm sure, but yes. And then this is like the main area where I keep my K-pop. So as you can see, so I'm only going to show you from like this section here up to like here, just because the rest of the room is an absolute mess. I have actually got a lot of K-pop boxed up in these boxes, which I can't really show you because of the mess, but I have some on the other side as well. So basically my house is going to be renovated at some point this year. We're not moving, we're just going to be a lot of changes in the house, so I've had to start boxing stuff up. I don't have dates as to when it's happening, but I'm hoping that's going to sort of happen in the first half of the year. So I do have to box stuff up, which so at the moment I can't really show you everything, but this is everything that I kind of like prioritize. So the most important part of my collections are still kind of out. So I have like my Big Bang shelf, which has not changed, although that did used to be on the other side of the room. I have this kind of like loosey-goosey kind of shelf that doesn't really, it's just got a few of my faves. I have my YG shelf on as well. And then we just have, like, this is kind of like my SM shelf, and then my non-SM shelf. My other, like, this is like my alt shelf. So these are all like groups that I love, that I kind of like alt outside of YG, if that makes sense. So but yes, so let me show you my SM shelf. So my last video was showing my entire SM collection, which was a requested video, so I hope you guys enjoyed that if you didn't see it. But this is what it looks like on the shelf, just to give you a bit of an overview. So Girls' Generation are like my alt girl group along with 21. So yes, although I still haven't bought their latest comeback, but I will do. I think I'm going to try and see if I can buy the album with Hyoyeon's cards, because she's my bias. But yeah, we shall see. You'll also see lots of like little random Disney snow globes and stuff, because I'm a big Disney fan. And yeah, so I didn't put that back properly. So yes, you'll see lots of random things like that. SHINee, they are my first K-pop love. They got me into K-pop back in 2011, and they are one of my absolute faves. And Taemin was my first K-pop love, so they have a very special place in my heart. So I was very thankful to see Super M before COVID. Literally like weeks before shutdown, like honestly, and I got to see Taemin live, which was just an absolute dream. So I'm so thankful for that. Thank you to SM, because they don't really tend to bring their artists to the UK or Europe very often. So yes, then we have Red Velvet. So it's my little Red Velvet shelf. So yeah, so I've got a bit of a gap, but I haven't bought their last couple of comebacks, so yes. And then we have my EXO shelf. So I used to be a massive like fan of EXO. I still am, but obviously they don't really release very much anymore, and I was lay bias. I don't know if you can tell. So although Kai is my babysitting bias at the moment, I guess. So but yeah, I'm very excited. I'm hearing rumours that they're having a comeback soon, so that would be great. So yeah. And then the bottom shelf is just where I keep lots of binders. So I have like my icon binder. This is like my YG binder, my treasure binder. This is my newest mistake binder, and then I've got some little A5 binders as well. And I have another binder here, but it doesn't have any cards in because I'm trying to reorganize and downsize and stuff like that. So yeah. And then we have this shelf. So I do have some random boxes and light stick boxes up here. So Monster X, outside of YG, Monster X are one of my favorite groups, one of my alt groups. I don't want to say alt, I feel like I'm like betraying Treasure. Treasure are like my alt group, but outside of YG, they're one of my favorite groups. So I do love collecting them, and this one is my boy. So yes, I am very excited for their most recent comeback. It's great. I haven't bought it yet because I normally tend to buy my albums on Buy, so I can try and get this one's photo cards with it. So that's normally my plan. So yeah, so that's the plan. I'm back on Buy now, so it's good. And then we have my 21 shelf. So 21 are, I'm very sorry about the light. I'm trying to not get my light in it, but 21 are like my alt female group. So I'm a big fan of these amazing girls, and I try and support them with their solo efforts. So I've got all like the solo stuff. CL's Alpha. If you've never heard this album, you should. So good. In fact, yeah, Crush. Just listen to all of 21. If you've never listened to 21, you're missing out on life. And then 80s are probably, outside of YG, my favorite group. Like, they're the group that I listen to the most, especially now because I got concert tickets, so I'm going to see them next month, which I'm very excited about. I have bought a couple of new albums recently. I have bought their new album, and it used to be in a little shelf like this, but it's not going to fit, and I feel like I will probably have more albums coming. They're kind of a priority because I've made some collecting decisions recently, which will be in an upcoming video. But yeah, this is where I keep my 80s. I'm quite happy to say they're an alt group. They're my alt group outside of YG, which I've never really sort of said in the channel, but I do love them, and I'm very excited to see them. My sister's in my sister's alt group as well, along with BTS, and so we're just like counting down the weeks and days. But yeah, so this shelf will probably grow a lot. And then we have Stray Kids, who are also one of my favorite groups. I listen to them so much, and Sangbin is my bias, which is why you see him. I don't tend to buy their albums. I can normally just buy one version of their album on Buy with his photo cards. Usually, I'm such a cheapskate. I literally just can't afford to spend the amount of money it is for K-pop albums these days. It's just insanity. It's just so much money. So I just can't. So I'd rather just wait and buy the album on Buy with the cards that I want and pick up additional stuff. So that's kind of my mentality these days. And then we have ITZY, who are a girl group that I love as well. They're not like an alt group or anything like that, but I do enjoy their music. I'm not a massive fan of their last couple of tracks or a couple of releases. That's why I haven't bought them, but yes, there we go. And then we have my Dreamcatcher collection. So Dreamcatcher are one of my favorite girl groups as well, although I haven't bought any of their stuff for a while. Like I said, I'm just not really buying that much these days, but I do have all of their albums. This one is actually signed by all the members. It's their second single, so it's really rare and hard to find, so I'm really happy they've got that. But yeah, so I've got all my Dreamcatcher stuff there. And then we have Twice, who are my favourite girl group outside of YG. I love Twice. I'm very excited for their comeback. And Chaeyoung's releasing a photo book, which I am very tempted to get because she's my bias. So I probably will try and see if I can get it, but it's whether I've got the funds to or not. But yes, I kind of don't keep them in any order apart from like height order, I guess. But yes, I do love me some Twice. Okay, so next up we have my icon shelf. So this is all part of my big YG stuff. So this is kind of like BI stuff and solo stuff, unit stuff, that kind of stuff. And then there's a little bit of Winner there as well. My little Winner collection. I do love Winner. I don't really collect Winner, but I do have them represented on my shelf because I do love them. So yes. And then we have my actual album shelf. I am obviously Icon just left OAG, which I'm very sad about because I've been their fan since like where is it? Since here, since the very beginning. But I'm really excited for what they have in store because I know they're staying together. So whatever they choose to do, I'm hoping that they'll get a lot more music and a lot more stuff happening. I'm very excited for all of them. So I always feel like Icon are the group that got away because they never came to the UK. Like, but I'm hoping that maybe in the future they or BI will come, and that would be great. So yeah. And then we have my current alt group, Treasure. They've just been my whole world the last couple of years. I just love them. I'm very much excited for what they have in store. So I have all their first step stuff here. I very luckily bought this one off eBay, and it's signed by all 12 members, so I'm going to treasure that forever. Treasure, get it. And then I have this Hyunsuk dog because he's my bias. And then down here we have this big Ruru. Ruto is my second bias, so I have his plush doll behind there as well. And then I just have like their second step stuff and then some bigger bits and pieces. And then we come to my favourite girl group, my current alt girl group, Blackpink. So this is where I keep all their solo stuff. Again, I'm very sorry for the light. The light is a bit rubbish. It kind of snowed a little bit last night, so it's very cold as well. But yes, here we are. I got to see Blackpink before Christmas, so my light sticks have been christened. I went with my sister, so she had one and I had one, and then this is the rest of all of their stuff. But it was Born Pink, just not the best song, well, the best album like ever. Oh my god. So yes, this is where I keep all theirs. I love Blackpink, so yes. And then we come to this corner unit. So this is where I keep lots of random stuff. So in here is like lots of groups that you kind of don't collect, so like, but I used to. So we have like Tiara, and I think BTOB's in here, Beast, B1A4, Idol, that kind of stuff. So I won't like go in depth with it because I haven't got the light and I don't want to like take too long, but kind of that's where it is. And then this shelf, which is also very dark, so I'm very sorry, is my A-Pink shelf. They're one of my favourite girl groups, and I also have behind there all the way to the back, this is all FT Island, who used to be a alt group of mine. Like, oh, they're so good. I used to love them so much. I still do. I still love Hongi, and I still think Hongi's got one of the best voices in the world. And then this shelf is the continuation of my SM shelves. This is where I keep Super Junior, and then this is also where I keep TVXQ and JYJ and all that kind of stuff. So very old school. I read two groups I absolutely love. I don't really like listen to them too much these days, but where I can, I can. I did notice that when I was doing my collection video, I did not include this. I have no idea where it was. I think it was like, I have no idea, but yes, I have got Maratic and I still keep it. I always have this thing where I like to keep it on display, and for whatever reason, that day it was just not there. I found it in a most random place, so I have no idea, but it was the one thing that was not in my collection video. So yes. And then we have my BAP shelf. BAP used to be an absolute alt group of mine. Like, if they were still going today, they would still be an alt group. Like, BAP's music is just incredible. And I've been a baby, which is their fandom name, since their debut, and I loved them. So if you've never checked out BAP's music, you should do, because they're epic and I miss them. And I do have a lovely signed album from all the members as well. And then this is where I keep my NCT collection. So yeah, it's all kind of up here. Not really in much of an order really, but yeah, it's kind of here. And then I have my little Super M light stick. This is like Wavy and NCT Dream. And yes. And then we have my Big Bang collection, which I will just kind of show you like this. So I tend to keep like member solo stuff on the side, and then like all the group stuff kind of here. So obviously Taeyang has had released Vibe with Jimin from BTS, which is so good. I really am excited for a full album though. Come on, Taeyang. So I'm living my best VIP life these days. And then yeah, this is like old school, like Baby Big Bang. They're Alive era. This is like Japanese stuff and just random photo books. And then we have Made, my Made stuff. And then GD has a shelf all to his own because he has too much stuff. And then we do have like a little overview of all the other like members. So yeah, that's it. That's my little update. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, this room will probably look very different the next time I see it, but it'll be months and months and months, I don't expect, before you do. So but yeah, hope you guys are safe and yeah, stay warm. Till next time, ciao.